Check two, check. Hey, we in the building. What's happening? That was right on time. I was stressed the hell out. We was having technical difficulties up in this MF. Yeah, Bright Street in the building. Kayla in the building. Let me tell my folks. Now look, I knew I was gonna get a call as soon as I went live. I knew it. I knew it. Cause sometimes things like that happen. So, what can we do about this? Um, Hold on one second. Yo, what's happening? Where everybody at? C. Wilson in the building. Rasta Black. Let me tell my little secret society that I'm live right now. Um, I'm texting in the secret society room right now, saying, "Hey, I'm live. Hey, I'm live." Okay, so because they say I never tell them that I'm live. So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? It is crazy. I always say that. I got to stop saying that. We all know it's crazy on the internet. We all know it's crazy on YouTube and shit like that. Let's see. Yeah, we in here. We in the building. Yeah, some people are saying I finally caught a Lordship show, and some people are watching and they ain't saying nothing. But the people that's watching ain't saying nothing. You're not obligated, and feel free to watch. Feel free to peep game. You probably can get some ideas and take whatever I'm doing to the next level. That's usually what happened. All the people I ever mentored or whatever in real life and online blew the hell up. So I'm just one of those people. You know, my auntie was one of those people. Like every family member that came to live in her city that was coming from out of state stayed with her. She watched their kids while they looked for work, and then they got a job, and then they got their own home and stuff. And my aunt still lived where she lived, but she made sure everybody else came up and did well, and she's gonna be blessed for that. She's gonna be blessed for that, and she was content in her living arrangements and how she was living, and her kids went on to do great things as well. You know what I'm saying? So you got some people that are just good Samaritans, got good heart, and want to see other people do great. And I'm one of those people, but I wish I was a little more foul, you know. And I'm not perfect, and I'm not a goody two shoes. I'm definitely ain't no saint. You know what I'm saying? Lordship, a real teacher out there. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And today we're going to learn about internet people, and this is going to be an ongoing series. And later on, I'm going to do 33 minutes with His Lordship. So if anybody want to do a live conversation with His Lordship for 33 minutes, all you got to do is link with me on Lordship IG. That's His Lordship 2020. You don't have to show your face. I will turn on my device and put the mic near the I'll put the mic near the phone near the microphone, and you can talk that way and still keep your privacy. And we could talk for 33 minutes. So that's going to be another series that I'm working on. 33 minutes with His Lordship, and that's going to be really cool. Matter of fact, let me see if I got the artwork for that. Yeah, I don't see the artwork for that, but I might have to make it again. And then we also gonna have lordship opinions and thoughts. So yeah, you know, Big O is starting to be a thing that people talk about now because certain people don't went over there and made some bread and people are advertising it and saying how easy it is. Of course, if you a B level star or even a C level star or an A level star, the machine has already made you popular, so it doesn't matter where you go. All you're doing is helping that company make more money. And Big O ain't nothing but MySpace remix. It's a place for people who don't have enough sense, or not enough sense. I ain't gonna say that, but who wants to have their own website, their own server, and advertise on their own to bring somebody to their own channel, which you could do for practically almost free, and you can have your own domain name. But no, you want a shortcut and go to a company like LiveMe or Big O and MySpace or whatever and bring them money. You see what I'm saying? Because you want to be on the same block as everybody else. But sometimes you can't be on the same block as the big dogs. Sometimes you need a P.O. box on that block. You still live in the hood, but you have a P.O. box on the main strip, and people from far away think that you're on that strip. They do it all the time out here. You a filmmaker and you can't afford to have an office or a studio on Hollywood and Vine, you just get a P.O. box on Hollywood and Vine, or you get a motel on Hollywood and Vine and use that address. Just like they did that with Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? Social media technology will continue to interface the humans. Yes, but we need to know that the internet is just another way of transmitting. When we first started out, it was radio frequencies. As we advanced, we went to television frequencies. I said this before, we went to ultra high frequency, very low frequency, high frequency. These are all bandwidths. Anything that transmits through the air is a bandwidth. The military owns the majority of the bandwidths, and when they switched from analog to digital television, it wasn't for your convenience. All it did was free up a bunch of frequencies for the military, and narrowed all your stuff down to a digital frequency. Now, the internet could have easily been exclusive to corporations, and you would have been forced to watch TV through the internet, and they would act like it's the same old television, the same old analog and digital TV. But for some reason, the government and the military said, the corporations and the military said, no, we can capitalize off of this. We can have a two-way relationship where they think they're getting something free, and we can get all this information out of them to help advertise to them, and we can sell this as a commodity, just like if it was money. So the biggest commodity in our society today is information, and it's being sold back and forth, left and right. You see what I'm saying? So just because you as an amateur, as an individual, as a person at home, have the ability to broadcast from your living room, just like Wayne's World, not you in particular, I don't want to sound like Uncle Fester, but one has the ability to have their network in their house. I've said this before. When you're on something like YouTube, you can be, if you look back at ABC and NBC in the 1950s and all these, you're the same, except it's unbelievable because of the advancements of technology. Now you can be Merv Griffin from your house, and you need to take advantage of this. This is not the old school party line back in the 80s. People are treating social media like it's a party line. Now, you can get away with that on Facebook and stuff like that, but there is a line driven between Google Hangout and Zoom and YouTube and all these things, because YouTube and YouTube is, see, like, we don't know the definitions that separate these things. Just like you got stupid people calling the show podcast radio. You got stupid people saying I'm a sovereign citizen. See, and that's the one thing, that's the only thing that True Freeman ever was right about, is being sovereign and being a citizen is two different things. Podcasting and radio is two different things. But if you're going to have a show longer than 28 minutes, you might as well call it podcast radio. You can call it, you can add any word after any verb or whatever to podcast, because it's not a podcast no longer once it passed the 28-minute mark. Because if that was the case, why do we have internet radio? What's the separation? If a radio show can be 1 hour to 4 hours long, and a podcast can be 2 hours or 4 hours long, why even use the word podcast anymore? There's a reason, because for some people who cannot read and comprehend, I'm not going to say any names, they don't know what pod mean. And cast is abbreviation, pod is the abbreviation. Just like break fast, we say breakfast, but you're breaking your fast. There's two words there, break and fast. You don't have break fast in the afternoon or the evening. You break your fast in the morning, or you can't break your fast when the sun go down. But anyway, so it's not really like people say breakfast like it's only a morning thing. Breakfast is breaking your fast, but who cares? But yes, do you know if Robert Townsend and all these guys had this ability back when they made their first movie, it would have been over. If Bill Cosby had this ability back in the day, he would have never wanted to buy NBC, which you can't do by yourself anyway. I don't care how rich you are. You wouldn't want to. Why put all your eggs in one basket like that? The rule number one is don't risk your own money. But anyway, and when you try to buy a network, it has to be the cooperation of many entities. Just like your phone. You think your phone is just running by T-Mobile by itself, or AT&T or whatever? No. All those little symbols on your phone at the top is a different entity. Where you know what I noticed? It doesn't say LTE at the top of your phone anymore. And that's sad, because when you see LTE at the top of your cell phone, which says you're getting excellent service, that means you're getting your bang for your buck. That's a black company. LTE was invented by the same black man who invented the mobile phone. But he was working for someone else, and it probably wasn't his patent. So he probably created it under the employment of another company. So he was smart enough to come out with his own service called LTE that only corporations could use, so all cell phone companies had to come through him if they wanted the best service, which was smart. But then they came up with something else, and now I don't see LTE on the top of the screen anymore. But all these little GPS symbols, the Wi-Fi symbol, the bars that let you know how great your service is, these are corporations of several companies working together to make your phone operate. But we know that we have Sprint or whatever, and that's all we know. And my mom, bless her heart, may she rest in peace. She used to call my phone, and when she got my voicemail, she would say, "Eddie, pick up the phone. Paul, pick up the phone. Anthony Harris, pick up the phone. Corey Cobb, pick up the phone." You see what I'm saying? And when she called, she would think that I can hear the voicemail. And you can't. It's a cell phone. And then I would ask her, what phone do you have? And she would say, blah, blah, blah. And I say, no, not the company that provides the service. What model phone that you have? She said, I don't know. I got this old thing. It ain't nothing but a blah, blah, blah phone. And I said, yeah, they sold you the phone. They provide the service, but what's the model? Look at the back of the phone. What's up, Observant Stuff? I was waiting for you to get here, so now we can get to the other part of the show. Big O. You're not missing nothing on Big O. Do you know this one girl, she was live and she got shut down, but they let her back live again the same day, within minutes. And she don't know why they cut her off, but I'm going to show you why they cut her off. But I can't believe that she don't have a clue. See, and this is what I'm saying. Like, either people know and pretending not to know, or they just don't know. And if they're gonna allow people to be online and stuff, it should be part of the curriculum of grammar school. When you're in elementary, junior high, and high school, there should be a class called internet media or something like that. So you have an education, because you allow all these people, and including myself, I'm an amateur. I'm just a regular person like everybody else. I just have a skill, but I did some research, and I always had a fascination with radio and television, and people act like it's just public access television, which easily could be done, but public access television is for your own city, but the internet is for the world. So I do hate the fact that YouTube had this algorithm thing, but now that I'm looking at Big O and stuff, I see the value in it, because when you don't have the algorithm thing going on, anybody in the world could really, really tune into you by accident. And so you got these people that are straight uninteresting, right? Don't got shit to talk about, but they got 500 people watching them, because you got people from Muslim society, Jewish society, people from many different cultures, very conservative cultures and stuff like that, cultures where they very uptight, and then other cultures where they're very loose. And they see people online and they go, damn, people really act like this? Like, they can do this and nobody try to kill them, or they're not shamed? Like, their family don't shame them? They're allowed to do this? Wow. And they can say this and wear that? So of course you can get 1,000 people in your room on Big O, because the world don't live like Westerners. Westerners, even though we're very self-centered and overweight and egotistical, and think the world revolves around us, a lot of the world don't live like us. And they always tell you, well, go live over there, go live overseas, and then you appreciate where you live. Well, no, they know most people can't afford to do that. But trust me, Tina Turner didn't move out the country for no reason. The Weather Girls, Trent D'Arby, the Brother Johnsons. I can go down a list of 50 stars, black entertainers that left the country once they had the ability. Even Michael Jackson lived in Saudi Arabia for 3 years as a Muslim. He went from being a Jehovah's Witness to a Muslim a long time ago, and he was quite comfortable. Tina Turner had the biggest house in England, and it was a replica of the Taj Mahal, and then she moved to either Switzerland or Sweden somewhere. Beautiful place, but they say that shit because most people don't travel like that. Only 20% of Americans travel abroad, and how many of that group is African Americans? And we tend to visit poor nations anyway, which is kind of helps our self-esteem. We head south while everybody else head north. We like to go to places where we look like gods walking around because we're rich Americans. When I went abroad, I realized that I was representing a superpower, and I came from a very powerful nation, and I wanted to walk amongst peers. I wanted to walk in other countries that were superpowers. That I have a thing. If a country can't defend itself and it doesn't have nuclear ability, I don't visit. But other people like to go to third worlds and shit where their dollar is worth $50 and they can take advantage of the women. They can sleep with all the women they want. I rather go where I know that the women are getting medical treatment. They got gynecologists and stuff like that. They got excellent medicine. And if I get hit by a car in their country, I can get quick medical service. Because like in England, you could cross the street and look the wrong way and get hit by a car because you're used to the car coming the other directions. Americans get hit in England all the time crossing the street. They don't look the right way. But yeah, Diva's in the building. Beloved is in the building. Grandma, Diva Tomboys, how you doing? Barbie, Beady Beady, I think that's how you pronounce it, is in the building. And I'm just rambling and rambling. The fact that we drive on the left side is a testament of the mindset of Western world. Exactly. And we the only one that have a solar calendar. And we have the nerve to think that our astrology is legit. We have a solar calendar. We don't even recognize the 13th zodiac sign. So everything that Carbonation be talking about is bullshit. All of that shit is bullshit. Why would we ignore the only zodiac sign that we know for sure is a black man? Okay, it's another twin sign because it's a man with a snake going around his back through his arms. That name is Imhotep or Ophiuchus. You can use his Greek name or his African name, Imhotep, who was a lawyer, an architect, and a doctor. The only thing is we can ignore that 13th zodiac sign because you cannot see it in the northern hemisphere. But if you was in the other side of the planet, if in the southern hemisphere, it would be the largest zodiac sign in the sky. And once you pass September, all the other zodiac signs have to move over. So anybody who has a birth sign around October, November, December might not be the sign that they think they are because it's 12 zodiac signs it's 13 instead of 12. But in America, they want you to think that 13 is an unlucky number. You can't even go to the 13th floor of any high rise because we're that superstitious. So, where we at? Now, why they wanted to hide you were saying hi to grandma, and the computer hid that. I don't know why. I've seen crackheads get hit on purpose for the buck. I believe you. You said Vedic astrology is more accurate. Well, you got 3 books on Imhotep. He could be the father of everything. Yeah, the father of masonry. He lived about 300 years. They was impressed that, everybody laying with their eyes closed or eyes open on the ground is not dead. Let's say you discover someone that's been on the ground for hours, and they go, "Oh, he's dead," and the people are crying. And Imhotep would go, "Let me see." He checked the wrist, he checked the neck. No, this person is just unconscious. And he would help revise that person. And they go, "Oh, he raised someone from the dead." No, he just was more educated than you. He knew that there's a difference between death and being unconscious. We ain't got to say that he was some kind of mystic, like a Jesus figure. We don't have to say that he knew some kind of magic. In the biblical story, Jesus rose people from the dead in the Bible, right? But Imhotep, most likely, it was just that people back then didn't know that some people are unconscious. They're not dead. They're just not conscious. So, but yeah, a genius, of course, no doubt. And the medical symbol was designed after him. Basically, they just left him out and kept the snake, but it's still him. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that talk about the 13th video, zodiac sign. Any nationality, you'll see there's black people talking about Ophiuchus. Hopefully I can donate to some tunes. Yes. Yeah, I came live this early because I finally fixed the flat on my unicycle. So I want to go riding. I want to go buy a memory card for my camera, and I decided to say, hey man, let me go live right now and try to do a show without any technical glitches. You know what I'm saying? So let's go down the rabbit hole of Big O and why you're not missing anything by not being on Big O. And I want everybody to know that if you're curious about Big O, you can get the app. Don't sign up. When it asks you to sign up, look for the X at the top right corner and click it, and then go look at all these weird, crazy people. And you're going to be surprised that some people have, on average, like any idiot, any fool can have 300 people in their audience with no problem. Now, on YouTube, if you're new and you're not in the algorithm, you'd be lucky to have 5 people or 4 people watching you, right? But you go on Big O, easy 250, easy 300, and matter of fact, you can lay there with the camera on, facing you with your head on a pillow, and don't even say anything. Just stare at the camera and play some trap, play some trap music in the background. Easy 300 people. I'm telling you. Big O is Hollywood and Vine. Big O is like that Skid Row. That's the Skid Row of the internet. And you love Big O. I love that game. All these people are extra old ass people on Big O. Notorious, Precious, Nature Nut, Grandma, Glitter Boots. I'm good. Look, black people always putting age limits on stuff. See, I was gonna, I didn't want to, I wanted to do the rap thing and all that, but I said, you know what? Maybe I should sing country or blues, because at least with countries or blues, you can be old as fuck. You can sit on a chair and play guitar like B.B. King and sing till you die. You could be Ray Charles and sing till you get old as fuck. But with rap music, the black people said, no, there's a limit. You can't make no more money after 30. You got to be broke. You can't tour the world. You can't say, fuck America, I'm just going to tour outside the world for the next 30 years. Because when I'm in America, they say I'm too old to rap. You ever been to, one day go outside your element. Go outside your element. Go to a bluegrass, a bluegrass festival, or a blues festival, or a jazz festival, or a country music, or a rock concert, and there's no age limit. But for Negroes, we oppress ourselves. We put limits on ourselves. We restrict ourselves. Anybody can be on anything at any age. Now, I do question why certain people be on certain things, because on Big O, they're just prostituting. And I invented a new word called prostaneting. So if you look at the title of, I think in the description box of my last video, it says prostaneting. So you spell it like prostitute, but when you, after the STIT, you put NITING, prostaneting. Also, not only there's at least 13 signs. Now, some people will argue that there's more, but in the West, we should have at least 13 signs. Another thing, Unk is not pronounced Unk. And when people say, you got to carry your unk or something, hold your unk up high or some bullshit like that. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds retarded. If you said that shit in Egypt, they would laugh at you. And how can you use American pronunciation to pronounce an Egyptian word? It's just like French. Just because it's spelled UN whatever, UN KH or some shit, UANKH or some shit like that. That's an American, when you say it, that's an American pronunciation. You know, I grew up with my grandparents, my great grandparents, matter of fact, and my great grandfather was a Mason, and my great grandmother was Eastern Star, and it's pronounced ing, ing. It's ing. It just looks like unk because of the letters and the way Americans pronounce the word. But anyway, Lordship, what's with all the icons that flash on Bingo? All that shit is a way to look. They're very smart. The people who invented Live Me and Big O is very smart, and people are making lots of money. If they're giving you that much money, just think about how much more money they're getting, because the app itself is raping all your information. You know, the app, the Live Me and Big O and stuff. It could be China getting information from you. The money that they're making for getting, when you walk into Target and all that bullshit, the money they're making off of getting your information is more than what they're paying you. Every time you go to the movie theater, you go to Safeway, you go to Target, Best Buy, when you go get gas, when you go on vacation, all that information is being sold. There's no such thing as there is no such thing as free. You know, people, you know, you're using their service, so people act like they own shit. Like, this is my channel, this is my platform. No, YouTube gave you a platform. It's theirs, and they allow you to be on it, and everything you do belongs to them. But that's why these stars, you ever notice why stars be on IG and stuff and Versus, but they don't do their own shit on YouTube? Because they don't really, some of them don't own the rights to their own shit, and they would get flagged for their own shit. I get flagged for my shit, and I'm an independent artist, and my shit get flagged on my own shit. So and right on, Diva, I appreciate that. And Ruby Rose, you right on time. Lordship, what are you doing for Valentine's? I don't know, because they just did they just lifted the shutdown, you know, the quarantine here, unfortunately, and they picked the worst time to do it because we got the highest numbers here and stuff like that, the highest deaths and stuff. But I probably will go to the we probably go to the Italian district and eat outdoors. You know, probably one of them funky little Italian spots. You know, but we most likely we'll stay inside. It's just not safe because people are robbing. People are getting robbed left and right. They're getting stuck up, and so you're in danger of either catching corona, or you're in danger of or getting robbed. Either or. And thank you. I appreciate that. And you know who you are. Thank you very much. So look, on Big O, I seen a transsexual with another I don't know what he was, but another gay guy that's in the black Section 8 sector. It was by accident. I said, oh, there go that dude from the Section 8 Rose section, right? And he was talking to a transsexual that was tongue-tied. And you can't even understand the motherfucker was saying. They had like 1,000 people, man. I was like, what the fuck is this? So, you know, the internet is the devil's playground, but you don't have to participate. You know, if you have any bad luck or hardship or anything done to you that ruined your life, it's because you went to the devil's amusement park and you stayed too long. You see what I'm saying? Now, this one girl that I'm going to show, She got kicked off and then they let her back on, and she still to this moment don't know why she got kicked off. But she has on tight clothing. You can see her print, and she's sitting in a squatting position, and she's sitting on her own foot, and it looks like she's masturbating herself with her foot. But she act like she don't know what she's doing. She's on her phone. She's talking, but you can clearly see some people are left brain and right brain, so they can do two things at once, and you can only focus on one thing at a time. See, but people can. That's how pickpockets work. And people who play poker and stuff and blackjack. If you can think out of both sides of your brain separately, you are a very dangerous individual. And so this girl, if you look at her, it's just innocent. She's just kicking it, having fun, playing music, trying to get people to give her money. She's begging for donations. You're gonna see a lot of that begging, right? And what's the difference between, I remember a movie about soldiers overseas fighting, and I forgot the name of it, but I know you know it. But a soldier said to the prostitute, "What can we get for for $10?" And the lady said, "Anything you want. Me love you long time." And Two Live Crew used that for their music. And so it's the same thing on Big O. It's like, you can't get on my screen. You can't talk to me unless you give me this, and if you ain't donating, get out my chat room. And if you want me to twerk, you're gonna have to see that. It's the same thing. It's just that you're on the net. Don't think that prostituting online is any different than prostituting on the street. The only thing is they're not physically penetrating you or whatever. And plus, look, there used to be a strip club out here that like out here, some people go to regular strip clubs when they have a bachelor party or whatever, or they have a stripper in the hotel. But they have places like they have the strippers in a booth, right? And so there's a bunch of little booths you walk into to look at the stripper. But some booths have a two-way mirror and some don't, because if you don't want the stripper to know who you are, and you don't want to, it might be your wife, friend, or somebody. It might be anybody, right? You want to hide your identity. So they have booths with two-way mirrors, and then they have booths where you can see the stripper and the stripper can see you. Jack-off booths, I guess you call them. Well, it's the same online, except you have an IP address. And that's how everybody knows who each other is. And the person in the booth in the club is no different than the person on Big O trying to get you to donate if they twerk, dance, or wear some. There's a lot of women that like to lay across the bed and just shake their butt, and while they're talking, and they act like they don't know what they're doing, but they get kicked off too. They get shut down too, because Big O don't want any of that. They want to separate themselves from the regular porn sites, and but people like to push. They like to ride the fence. They like to really push the envelope. So yeah, it is crazy. And so let's get into it. Let me play the first clip, since I did the whole build up thing, okay?
That's not gonna make me want to twerk. That's not gonna make me want to twerk. He from 63rd.
No crank, no nothing.
Because I think
I like that song though.
I'm not sure.
I
I
was
never really
listening
hear
to that today. Took her to the ocean. Pretty girls love trap music.
Yeah, you have to excuse me. This shit is tricky. This is some tricky shit. But look, she is sitting on her own feet. Her legs are behind her. And if you keep looking, you'll notice that her big toe is near her private area, and she's masturbating herself, and she's acting like she don't know that nobody sees this. And Big O temporarily blocked her show because of this. So let me press play.
Thank you, handsome freak. I'm a beautiful freak. I want to see what's the new gifts. What new gifts we got? I need to see the Super Aquarius. I haven't seen that. Thank you.
Yeah, see, maybe let me play it again. I'm gonna play it again because you got to look real close. Yeah, see, maybe let me play it one more time.
That's not gonna make me want to twerk. He from 63rd, just got some top. I like that song though. I was listening to that today. Pretty girls love trap music.
I know y'all seen it that time. Yeah, she was getting. Now she is high functioning because like how the fuck you could do that and act like you're not doing that while doing something else, and other people is noticing and they giving more money. That's a motherfucking game. But guess what? The people at Big O, somebody said something. They peeped the game and shut her down. Yeah. She had an erect big toe. She had an erect big toe, and she was going to town, and maybe she naturally does this. Maybe she started out as a youngster using pillows and shit, but I mean, who sits like that anyway? You know what I'm saying? Who sits like that?
What? Thank you, handsome freak. I'm a beautiful freak. I want to see what's the new gifts. What new gifts we got? I need to see the Super Aquarius. I haven't seen that. Thank you.
Now, let me see. I think I got one more clip of her. Let me see. That was the B roll. Let me see what's the A roll. 004. Imagine having to label all this stuff. 004A. Alright, this ain't gonna be cropped perfectly.
It ain't easy to leave, believe me. Y'all not finna talk my head off without gifting me. Y'all sick. Can I be your Valentine? Drop a marry me. Who gonna be my Bigo Valentine? My Bigo Valentine gotta spoil me. On Valentine's, period.
Okay. Yeah, you see, they don't play no games. Pay me to even participate on my page. You want me to be a Valentine? All right, but hit me with the Valentine's thingy thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. I'm still tripping off of what she was doing though. You know, if I was a trick, boy, you know what I'm saying? She lucky I wasn't 10 years older than what I am now. It'd be like, oh shit, keep doing that shit. But yeah, you know. So let's see what else we got here on the menu. Let's see.
Came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't try nobody, grip the trick. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. My bitch bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. Pull phone, dropping money out of space. Kid, cut, introduce me to your bitch's wifey, and we know she slutty.
Yeah, I'm not hating, but I'm just saying, I'm just glad some of them don't have to be on the street anymore. It's more dangerous to deal with people one on one, face to face, because I grew up in the era where women were using Craigslist to do their thing, and they would find men to say, they would say, hey man, I'm making this money on Craigslist, and these guys pay me $300 to slow dance in to slow dance with them in a hotel room. So I just need somebody to drop me off and to pick me up to make sure I'm safe. So I'll give you $100 for every client that I see, and you can wait in the parking lot or you can come back and pick me up. Now, is that person a pimp? Or he's just a friend helping out, or a person that's helping a friend out, because pimps, are nominated. They're not. Nobody's born saying I want to be a pimp. Usually they're nominated. They're discovered. Somebody see the pimp in you, but that was the beginning of the internet hustle. Now you seen the girl make her ass clap, right? Maybe y'all didn't notice that, but she's doing this shit for 3 hours. She's trying to get the donations and shit popping. I tried to record all of this without promoting Big O, without showing all the little symbols and shit, and I did an okay job. But don't look at her face this time. Just look at her ass and see what she's doing. Look.
Came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't try nobody, grip the trick. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. My bitch bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. Pull phone, dropping money out of space. Kid, cut, introduce me to your bitch's wifey, and we know she slutty.
Now, we got more people in the house. Auntie Miracle B. We got Patty Paradox in the building. C. Wilson. And everybody. One big happy family. Yeah. So let's go further down the rabbit hole. Now we're going to go to the dark side of Big O. Okay? We're going to go to the dark side. So I hope you're prepared for this.
Even though you're white. Well, we can work with that. We can always paint you. We paint you half black, half white, bitch. We'll paint your body black, and then we'll paint your head white. Wait, it's already white. Yeah, your head is white. Here. Bitch, your head turned, bitch. I knew you wasn't real. You bitch. You knocked the fucking phone over, bitch. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a reason I'm in my car with my doors locked. You know what I mean? It's not bitch. You didn't even scream. That was so cool, bitch. I know, bitch. I know. It was so cool. Okay, go sit down.
Straight Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone. Let me see if I got the other clip of her. I don't know if I put it next to it or what. Let me see. 002A. So we need 002B. 002B. There we go. This is not going to be cropped correctly, but I'll fix it when it's broadcasting.
Ashley, can you rub my head? Right there. My wig itches. There you go. Right there. Right there. Thank you, Ashley. Huh? What? Oh. Oh, okay. Damn, you're bigger than a sandwich, bitch. You're bigger than that chicken sandwich. Why is the meat so white? I don't see why people are so fat. Oh, I'm supposed to say that thing for a pet. I bet you can flow in the water. Thanks so much for the gift. I know, right? Her head is swollen. Thank you for the gift. You're not fat. Fat Pillsbury dope boys. Or dope girls, or whatever. You know who's fatter than me, bitch? My grandma. Yes. Thanks so much for the gift. How fat can people go? She's still eating that sandwich. She's eating it while she's driving. She can't release it. Trisha Paytas, you really love food, don't you? Ashley, we just ate a McChicken. Ashley, what do you think? You want chicken? Where's that food at? Bitch, I can't even get it, bitch. See this? All this candy. Oh my God, Ashley. I'm sorry, bitch. I threw you like you're nothing. This candy will help me have teeth to fall out. This one's almost done. Oh, it's all rotten. Oh, it's eating the tooth out. See, Ashley, this candy makes your teeth fall out, bitch. I didn't know candy can do that with a human. I know. I know, bitch. Now pound it. Bitch, you're knocking my candy over, bitch. Are you okay? Now go. Throw the child. No, throw the baby. Throw the baby. How old is this baby? Well, she's about, I don't know. Wait, how old can a baby be? She's about 2 months. Wait, where's the remote? Throw the baby in there. Whoa. Whoa, shit. Throw the baby one more time. See if she has a seizure. Okay, we'll do it. We have to get rid of this baby. Let's see. Go now. Higher. Bitch, you having a seizure, bitch? Oh shit, she's having a seizure. Oh God, she's having a seizure. Oh God.
Look, imagine the stuff I didn't show. I mean, she showed the baby laying down and she's making jokes about having seizures and shit, the baby having a seizure. Now, her whole room is decorated with some lady. She wear clothes with the lady face on it. She had videos on loop on the big ass 70-inch screen in her room. She got wallpaper of this person. She made fun of white people and black people. She called black people apes. If they make her mad, she'll make an ape joke or some shit. And she's 36. She live in a big ass house. She's just in her room, and then she has a Chevy Tahoe that's decorated just like her room. The window shields, the custom paint job. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And in her chat room, you got people that's trying to say, leave her alone. She, bless her heart. She's, and other people like, are you crazy? What's wrong with you? What happened to your teeth? It's just like the girl in Nashville and shit, But this lady, she must be eccentric. She must have a trust fund or some shit. Because when she go into the kitchen or some shit, her room is like American Horror Story, but once she leave her room, it's normal. And she went from her room to the garage. She said, "I only got one baby. It's a Chevy Tahoe. It got Down syndrome." But this is Big O. You know what I'm saying? This is Big O. And like I said, if you have no talent, if you're not even articulate, if you don't even speak English, you can just sit there with the camera on and have 300 people, because they don't have that whole algorithm thing going on here. Anybody will know that you're live in any parts of the world, and people who live very different from you, and they'll just be fascinated that you wearing a hat in a house. They'll, you wearing a bikini, you're not covered up. You're drinking and smoking well, you can't really drink and smoke on camera, but you kind of, you know what I'm saying? You're you're doing this and you're doing that, and people live vicariously through other people and other cultures. But there's reasons, and I found that it seemed like the Muslims and stuff, and the Asians are very fascinated with the black women in America. And C. Wilson asked a great question earlier, where's the men? I am going to show a couple of trans men on here, and one of them you might recognize from the Section 8 beef sector, but this one is tongue-tied, and even motherfucker tongue-tied don't even talk. You got 1,000 people watching. So I don't know what this next clip is. Let's see. Oh, okay, that was her. All right, let's see let me replace that one. Let me see. Let's see what this is. Hold on.
That's
No cream, no nothing.
okay. Because I think I got infection. I'm not sure. I never really had one before, so I think I got one.
Is it like a thick cottage cheese
Mm-hmm.
and it's itchy? You probably got one. And
Yeah.
they'll give you some cream for the outside of it, like if the outside itchy. But don't scratch it because it's gonna burn. No matter how good that itch gonna feel, you're gonna regret it. You heard me?
Okay.
But yeah,
Got you.
yep, they're gonna give you
Yeah, I got you.
all. Just take it and go about your day.
Okay.
They
Thank you.
you lying.
Why would I lie about a yeast infection? Like,
No, I'm
that's a
telling you
small
right.
thing. Everybody.
I'm just telling you how crazy they is. This is what they do. Or you can go get Monistat. Or I forgot about that. But you can go get the over-the-counter Monistat. But that don't really never work.
I heard Monistat don't work.
It
I heard Monistat don't really work.
don't work for me. 90 cent. How y'all gonna tell somebody they lying?
Do y'all want to see my pussy? Like, what the fuck?
See, people act like that's why I spent a long time on the disclaimer on the monologue before I showed these videos, because I want to express that this is purely for observation and teaching purposes. They act like they was on a private phone call. You're on the World Wide Web having a personal, intimate conversation with a complete stranger. All right. And who was the lady with the pacifier? Did you see the big ass lady with the mohawk? And see, I cut the part out. She was laying down. It took her forever to get up. She was laying down behind her, and she was just to get up off the couch. And she oh no, man, she got some green hair or some shit, and she got a pacifier necklace. You know, I remember that whole pacifier trend. That was so long ago. But see, some of these ladies, you know, when they're living alternative lifestyles, they never grow old. They can look like, you know, they can look 22 forever. They can look 19 forever. And you say, how old are you? Oh, I'm 45. I'm retired. I used to work for the Armored Car Service. Damn, you look young. You know, as a female, she would look her age, but as a male, she looks 20 years, 25 years younger. So, you know, there's benefits to being alternative, I guess. But yeah. Oh my God, I'm rocking back and forth. Oh, the lady was rocking back and forth because she was in pain. And why would you be live if you're in pain? And she might have had a yeast infection herself. And the girl that was asking her question, she said, she said, I'm not sure if I have a yeast infection. So she was asking a stranger online who doesn't have a medical background, who's not a proctologist or a gynecologist, advice for for something she feels that might be a yeast infection that she had since December. You see what I'm saying? But I was just taking snippets out of this. But, you know, these people be live for a long time like this, and you just look for the best part to snip away. But but who speaks so casually like this live with a stranger in front of the world? You see, but see, the sad thing is, if this continues, the government is going to crack down. And see, television has restrictions. They have the FCC. Radio has restrictions on, you know, commercial radio, commercial TV, and cable doesn't have that many restrictions, but it has some. And you could go buck wild on the internet, but if this continues, they're going to restrict your freedom of speech on this thing. You see what I'm saying? They already have the something. It's like the FAA. I know they have that for airlines, but there's a FAA similar to FCC for the internet, but they don't really enforce shit, you know. So this next video, I didn't have time to prepare another slot for this, so I'm gonna have to play it and crop it live. But here's some more interesting people from the from Big O.
She was very upset about that, and I guess they are beefing with each other. I guess.
Okay, do you think that might be because, thank you, Major, do you think that might be because, you know, Dance hit 3 million and she didn't?
Who? She was very upset about that, and I guess they are beefing with each other. I guess.
Okay, do you think that might be because, thank you, Major, do you think that might be because, you know, Dance hit 3 million and she didn't?
Who?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to play, you know, I didn't want to clip too much of that, you know, but that just give you a general idea of what's going on, huh? That is Big O, y'all. Isn't that crazy? I keep unhiding all these messages. The computer automatically hide some of y'all messages. Y'all ain't even seeing nothing bad. I'm gonna have to change that restriction on there. Now. Yeah, that's the dude from the Section 8 section. That's the dude on the right. With Tracy with the T and all them. And the other lady, that's them. He do look like Rick James too. It is, yeah, Ali the Sage. You you stepped on some shit in the park at the picnic. Yes, you did. Larita Lays in the building. And yeah, dude is severely tongue-tied. As if he didn't have enough issues. See, that ain't right, Lord. Please don't do that again. I won't, trust me. But I will be getting more material from Big O and showing it here. This is going to be the Barnum and Bailey circus here for a minute. Yes, I said it, and if y'all in a relationship, y'all should keep them too. You can't stop shit. Did y'all see these clips? You see, turn that joint up. Okay, let's turn it up. Oh, you say they really do speak that way? Okay. Yeah. Yo. I could run that back. We could run that back. You want to run it back? Let's run it back. Diet Melanin in the business, in the building, in the building. What's your song? I forgot. What's your song? And also, thank you for the ones who donated. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What's your song? So I can pull it up. Okay, we have a special request, and for the generosity of the people that donated today, I'm gonna play my own Biggie Small remix, and if I do have it on the cloud, I may make the song a downloadable link in the chat room too. So let me see if I can find it right quick. Yeah, I remixed Biggie Smalls a while ago, and Diva Tomboyish liked this song, and she made a request, and she contributed, and I want to find that and see. Sometimes I have my camera on, just so you can see that I have to look through all these files. Not even files, just on the OBS Studio. I have to look for the right area to to find something. So now let me see. I see Uncle Fester reprise. I see Hit and Run, Dummy. Yeah, I see Hit and Run, Dummy. I'm gonna have to look somewhere else for this. I gotta go down into the catacombs. I can't read the chat and look for this file at the same time, so where we at? Oh, okay, let's see. Hopefully it's here. Remixes, let's see. Damn, I don't see it there. I know I have it somewhere though. I've seen it. Well, if I can't find it, I do have it with visuals too. So either way it go, let me look for the one with the visuals. Yeah, excuse me for 1 second. I'm looking for. Here we go. Biggie Small remix intro theme. Okay. Make sure this is hopefully it's full screen. Let's see here. and video is a free gift. Feel free to download that link. That link is safe. You can download the video for yourself. You can watch it on your own system at home. And trust me, it does have beat. It has monster beat. And that's courtesy of all the people who contributed. And shout out to Diva for even bringing it up. Diva requested that. And because of her contribution, I played it. And shout out to Supreme Third Eye and anybody else I haven't seen that walked in the room. Shout out to everyone, people in the background that's being private. Shout out to them. And yeah, that's how we get down here. That's how we get down here at the spot. You know. Y'all like that? Oh, you say run it black? Okay. I'm going to run it back for sure. Just give me 1 second. One second. I just want to make sure everything is copacetic. Okay, cool. We're going to run that black right now, courtesy of Diva Tomboys.
Bedroom
And we're back. One, two, 1, 2. We are back in the building. 1, 2, 1, 2. We are back in the building. This would be so much easier if I had at least a junior executive producer. You know what I'm saying? But it's all gravy. I would just blame every technical. I just need another person here so I can blame any technical difficulties on. Man, that's that damn sound man. You know, that's my fucking engineer, man. He always fucking up. I don't know why. You know, I need a new engineer. But I only can blame myself. Any mistakes you see or hear, I can only blame myself. How y'all doing today? How you doing? You know, when Wendy Williams have a guest and she say, "How you doing?" That's her outing her guest. Whenever she do that, she's outing her guest, which is kind of messed up. I need something to remix "We So Crack to Eat Bitch." I heard that. Word, that John is some ride music. Right on Bright Street. Well, now you could bump it in your car. You know, some people got video screens in their car. I used to have the DVD deck, so that was really kind of cool. I had the mini disc deck. You know, I'm just a tech person, and thanks for all the compliments and you know, the Barry White joint is up for grabs too, and I've been thinking about once a week doing the having the intro shopping network where I'm producing intros live on camera that doesn't belong to anyone, but anybody can purchase them, and I just do that for like 8 hours. The live intro shopping network. I'm dead ass serious too, so I'm trying to throw that in the air. And yeah, you know, if anybody down with the challenge, you know, the $10 challenge, whatever, that would be wonderful. And like I said, you know, this link is the video, and you know, you can listen to this offline on your own. You can download it to your phone or whatever and watch it at your own discretion. But I just want you to know that this was a full production. Whenever I do remixes and videos and stuff, I treat it just like I'm doing a job, even if it's for myself. I master it, you know, produce it, all these things, you know, I mix it, I master it, I edit it, color treatment, I do my own cinematography, my own photography and all that stuff. So this picture, the picture in the background right now is from a friend of mine's porch, and you're looking 7 miles across a city to a bridge and then another city behind it. That's a nighttime photo. I shot that with a Sony camera with 49 times zoom, no, 64 times zoom built in. And I do this because I like doing it, not because I'm trying to hustle people or make a quick buck online. This is my lifestyle. This has been my life for a while. And shout out to Key Deadman and Tender Catering is in the building. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Sasha is in the building too. I if I didn't say your name, I just didn't see you because I'm juggling and doing hopscotch and chewing gum at the same time. It's just, you know, it's just a lot going on to keep things flowing. And yeah. So, you know, I did have a show prepared, and I did go through everything that I had prepared for today. Now we at the improvisational moment. We at the freestyle moment of the show before we end the show. And you know, if if you want to talk about anything right quick or ask me anything right now, it's cool. I noticed that Tori from the Carbonation Code went live on Instagram last night and announced that she's closing her account. So if you see any account with her name on it, it's a troll account. She's backing away from social media, and I think it takes a lot of courage. And she should have done it a long time ago, unless she's trying to get some money. But it takes a lot of strength to back away from social media. Did you get that PO box yet? No, but guess what? I'm going to talk to the Missus today. That's a promise. I'm going to talk to the Missus today. I know what we could talk about right quick. It was time for Mrs. Lordship to get her car serviced, and so she took it in, and it was supposed to be done in 2 days. It turned out to be a week, and when she went to go get the car yesterday, it was leaking gasoline when she pulled off, and she could have been killed. So then she brought the car back. It was too late to get another rent-a-car because it's all paid for. It's all under warranty. So she had to catch a lift to work and be late. Then she had to catch a lift back to the dealership, and they tried to give her a car from a different company, but they wouldn't take the company's corporate credit card. Enterprise said we have to have the card from the individual. We don't take outside or third-party cards for individuals. So, and then when they gave her a car, my wife said, "Well, forget it. I'll just pay for it myself." The car smelled like weed. So Enterprise is ghetto. Avis is a little better, and so she had an Avis rent a car at first. So she had to wait till the next day. She had to catch a lift home, and then in the morning, they went to Avis again to get another car from Avis, and it's just crazy. But I think that the dealership owns Avis. The same guy who owns the dealership owns the rent-a-car place next door, and I think he's paying himself by extending the work that needs to be done on the car. The price of the rent-a-car goes up, and since it's under warranty, it's a third party that's paying the dealership and the rent-a-car company for everything, and the guy owns both. He's renting the car from himself for his customers, plus getting paid for the repair of the car. See, people out here know how to work the game. I'm telling you. And he's Korean too, and I got a car from him also, but I didn't get the brand that he represents. He had another lot in another city with multiple brands, and I got a different brand from him. But they got so much game, boy. Don't read Diva's content. Oh. What did I do wrong? What in the world? Can you see my message? No, not when I'm when I'm talking. Sometimes my eyes is rolling in the back of my head, and I got to keep my hands on the wheels. That my camera could come on accidentally, and you can see that I'm sitting here in my robe. Let's see. My sauces are going out. What in the world? Can you see my message? What did I miss? Knight Rider. Oh, okay. My bad. Okay. For some reason, the messages are not popping up. Oh, okay. I see it. My bad. My bad completely. I'm sorry. We going with the Knight Rider, John. Let me find it. Let me find it. Okay. So, okay. Give me a second. We're gonna get that Knight Rider John right away. Digging in the crates. Just a second. Media Source 2. I'm looking. A Glasses song. That was cool. That freestyle was dope. You know, I'm sure he has a sense of humor, and I have a sense of humor. That I must say, that freestyle. We should do a diss song marathon of everybody's diss songs that I can find online, and play as many as possible. Because everybody has a sense of humor. I got my own. I got two Freeman diss songs that are classic. But I'm looking for the Knight Rider thing, and I'm looking because I do have a video too. So maybe we could play the video because I don't know where the Knight Rider thingy at. Display capture. Okay, so what we gonna do? Yeah, I got a classic. Mr. FBI, 7 minutes long. Tyra did a 7-minute rant to the FBI, and that track is banging. And maybe we'll get to that also. So right now, I'm looking for the video because I don't know where the track is individually. I don't know where that track is. I mean, it would take a minute to find it. That's all I'm saying. And the video is cool too. So let me go to my channel and list of videos. Okay. Maybe some of you haven't seen it either. Some of you may not have seen the Knight Rider video. So that's all gravy too. All right. Now, all right. The worst thing in radio is dead air, right? So we do not want dead air. And just making sure everything is right. I want the listening and viewing experience to be not only pleasurable but tolerable. This is a Anthony Harris film production, and it's all set up. I just got to make sure that you can see everything. So, because this is on the cuff. Remember I said when I do stuff on the fly, that's when things go left. So this is one of those on the fly moments. All right. I just want you to get full screen. All right, hold on. All right. This is going to be in anamorphic film style. All right. Let me see. I think we're about ready. Yes, we are about ready. Drum roll, please. Let's see. Everybody loved the glass. Yeah, the Glasses song was dope. Come on now. Lord, we gotta do the top 10 funniest YouTube creators. Yeah, I think we gotta do, because I think I've heard some other stuff. I think Shitty Greg or somebody does some stuff. I want to play everybody's stuff right here. You know, the Diss Song Marathon. So we are what is the anamorphic film style? Okay. Well, this is a fake anamorphic. This is my pseudo or faux anamorphic film style. Okay. So I think we're good. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Unsafe, unsound behavior, you ask me. 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 Unsafe, unsound behavior, you ask me.
Yeah. That is Knight Rider remix. You know what I'm saying? Courtesy of Diva Tomboyish once again. Make sure you check out our channel. It's very entertaining, and thank all the other people that contributed to the $10 challenge. And some people gave more than $10, and I appreciate that also. I have many different film credits. I don't know who names are on it. Some names are fake, some are real. The film credits is meant to be satire and and stuff like that. So I'm sure there are some film credits that have Vic name on it as well, and other people, even people that are liked and people that are not liked. But it's just tongue in cheek. The film credits is tongue in cheek. You can do things like that, tender catering. It's just practice. And all I did was watch YouTube videos to learn how to do this stuff. There are other black electric unicycle riders. Trust me, I peep game off of other black unicycle riders to learn how to do what I do. There's people that have live streams and interviews, and they interview other unicycle riders. There's a guy named Black Cobra who used a wireless microphone, and I use the same one he uses, the Rhodes Wireless Go. And I learned fast, and I'm already an artist, so it was easy to pick up stuff and do some stuff. But to do this show, it involves photography, animation, music production, script writing, all kind of stuff. So over the years, you learn stuff, and then finally something comes along that you can put everything into one box. Because before this, I was using Flash by Micromedia, which you can make websites like this, interactive websites that you can do the same thing you do with OBS Studio, except you couldn't do it live. You have to do it in the website form. But now you can do this on the fly, live, which is kind of cool. And but like I said, this is the freestyle part of the show. I had nothing prepared, and while it's still daylight, I want to go outside and pick up a memory card and enjoy a little bit of sunlight. I think I got an hour of sunlight left. What do we have here? You got to make sure you turn stuff off when you're not using it, because when you go back to it, it will show up unexpectedly when you don't want it in your show. You know what I'm saying? So let me see here. Oh, homeless person number 2. It said person and car. You got to look at now. See, I show the credits at a slow speed, but you know what? There used to be a channel out here called TV20, and they used to play all the black shows back to back, like Eve and Monique and all of that, right? And they play the credits really, really fast because they don't want you to read the credits, because there's no black writers for the shows. There's no black writers, but it's all black shows. They'll play 4 black shows back to back. Girlfriends, Eve, Monique, and all that, and the credits go 50 miles per hour because they don't want you to see. Malcolm and Eddie got 12 Jewish writers, But yeah, that car at Spotlight. See, it's the little things that people notice that makes that I like. When people notice little details and stuff. That's what that would that kind of gets my goat, because I hide in plain sight. There's so many clues in my videos and stuff of who I really am and stuff like that. It's so funny. It wouldn't be a big deal if I was exposed, because I was never hiding. I got 20 years on the internet, so there's tons of shit out there if you look for it, but don't look for it. Anyway, Chia, what happened to my other intro? Some of you people came in the latter part of the show, and you may have missed my intro. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my new intro as an outro. Oh, Okay, it's in the Egypt folder. I have a folder called Egypt. There we go. All right. So, let me see. Hey, Laura, you put the Knight Rider light on your mobile wheel? Nah, I didn't. You know what's funny? You gotta love the accidentals. I didn't clean the lens of my camera, so it had moisture because it was foggy. It was like wet fog, so the water droplets on the camera lens gave that effect. I didn't use Premiere or Adobe Premiere. I didn't use Vegas or Director. That was all natural. It was just natural moisture built up on the lens. I didn't wipe it off before I started filming. And I used 2 lenses because it's a 360 camera. So it already have a red tail light, and then it has a headlight in the front, and it has lights on the side. So it just accidentally looked like that, purely accidental, which was kind of cool. So I appreciate everybody coming out, and I appreciate the donations, because I'm gonna use that to go get a memory card for my camera. Oh, we have a question. Are you doing any shows in celebration of Black History Month? Yes. I'm going to do a late night show. I'm going to re-air my show about Black astronauts and the murder conspiracy, because nobody's mentioned it. Nobody's did a documentary. Nobody talks about it, but I believe the first astronaut was murdered. And or the first would-be astronaut, because they didn't want him to be an astronaut. And I'm going to talk about Black astronauts, male and female, going all the way back to the 50s, all the way up to the space shuttle program. And I want you to know that it was a Black man that designed the way the space shuttle lands, but he never got to fly on the space shuttle. And he did work for NASA, taking spy photos and testing high-speed experimental planes, but he was not considered an astronaut, even though the space shuttle flew at the same altitude that he flew when he was doing his missions. And they had an unfortunate accident with the plane, and because it was a top secret training mission, or testing mission, they didn't have to mention it. And there were 2 pilots. One pilot was white, one pilot was Black, but the Black pilot died. Now, all the high-speed, dangerous planes and stuff, they would have the Black pilots take the risk and test the plane to make sure it's right. But these dudes wanted to live, so they never crashed. So it was rare that this plane would crash. And it took 45 years or so before they added a couple of names to the list. There's a big old mirror in front of NASA with a list of all the astronauts' names on it, and it took many years, 50 years, to add the earlier Black pilots' names to the astronaut list, because, like I said, the space program doesn't go no higher than lower space orbit. So I'm not going to talk more about that, but I'm going to do a replay of that. I just don't know what channel it's on. I'm going to play it on this channel, but it's either on Lordship or Why You Tripping Off Me, and I'm going to do that later on tonight for Black History. It'd probably be a midnight show or something like that. And did you already? I did a Black Cowboy thing. I can do a replay on that. I did a lot of things for Black History last year that might not have gotten that many views, and in case anybody missed it, or maybe you might hear something you didn't hear before, but I'm going to re-air some of that Black History stuff, and that's a good idea. It's your other one. Let me see. Did you already? I thought. Yeah, I did. Like I said, I have a book on Black Cowboy stories, right? But the book was written a long time ago, and it's actually a novel, and it was so big that they wrote another book that was more compressed, so you wouldn't have to read the novel unless you wanted to. But the smaller book makes you want to read the larger book. But as I was reading the stories, they seemed like double entendres. You know, the stories were interesting and everything, but it's hard to imagine that so many men was such so loyal to these stories are a story of loyalty, and today I cannot imagine that kind of loyalty amongst men and people trusting each other with their life and fighting back to back, standing back to back to save each other's life. And at a time when blacks was not even favored, and some of these guys who were the boss of these black cowboys who worked for them as cattle herders and stuff, they was thought so highly of these guys that somebody even named the trail after them or erected a statue after them. And today's time and the way things are today and how things are twisted and perverted, me as a modern male today reading these stories make me think other things about some of these stories. But I'm sure these stories are pure of heart, and really they had a different language of vocabulary back then, and I'm sure that these were straight up friendship and loyalty stories. You know what I'm saying? So you want me to do the cowboy story instead of the astronaut? Because I can do both. Tonight we do astronaut, and tomorrow we do the cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my wife's seen Spycraft, and we have a 80-inch screen and movie screen in the bedroom. We call it the theater because that's where the war games are done. But I peeped in there and looked at it. It just confirms everything that I think about, and I'm good with both. I'll donate. Oh, okay. What you want, something fresh and new? We can do something fresh and new. I can talk about how the Muslims controlled the trade in out there in Europe and stuff, and the Catholic Church had to make sure they handled business with the Muslims with kid gloves in order to make a profit, because it was better to work with them than to work against them. And that the Muslims allowed Christian colonies in certain areas near the Muslim colonies, as long as they didn't try to convert anyone, and as long as they didn't do any crusades or try to marry Muslims, they were fine and nobody bothered them. I got a stack of books and stuff here, so let me know. Well, I do have jobs. I'm not gonna act like I don't have work to do. There are people waiting on their stuff online. There's tons of work to do, but I'm just taking a break because I don't want to make fake intros and outros. I don't want to make stuff that is forced and just thrown together quickly. I gotta let my brain marinate. So sometimes I take a couple of days off. So when I take a couple of days off, that's when I do live shows. But if I don't go live between 11 and 12, I'm not going live at all. Okay, and that's a promise. Oh, okay. Whatever you bring is cool. Thank you. And Black Cowboys sound cool. Definitely do both. And Larita says, speaking of spy intel, there's a show. Yep, Spycraft. And I know Diva keep missing them because, yeah, my bad. I need to take that in consideration. Basically, I tell you the truth. I do be getting home. Like if I have to do some stuff out in the field, I get home late. And then if I'm already home, his lordship is shy. I'm a little shy, so I go late. So if I mess up, I can put it on private before everybody see it. I go late, so if I need to edit or anything, I could do that, and then it'll post later on. But my confidence is building now. I think after today's show that I'm very confident in going live, and I don't have a problem with going live at any time, because I think today's show went smoothly. And on that note, I'm gonna hit. But let me not speak too soon. But on that note, I'm gonna hit my intro / outro on the way out the door. And yeah, I'm a night person. I'm a marsupial. You know, I came out the womb and climbed into the pouch to grow further. And yeah, I might have been a kangaroo in a second life, because I feel more comfortable late night, and I come up with my best ideas at 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Lordship out.